All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome to the 0 to 1 milli. A milli. How many zeros are in a million? Does anyone know? Count them up, boys and girls. 0 to 1 milli. If you don't know how to spell it, you ain't gonna make it. All right, so if you guys are new here, welcome to the party. Some of you guys are OGs, like Marie is always here every week. Jose is always here. Bobby is always here. Joanne's here sometimes. Joanne's here sometimes. Everybody else here, looks like you guys are newish. What's up, Lori? I see Lori inside the big Facebook group. Gabe, Steve Wade. I see Steve Wade. Yeah, I seen him make a post inside the school group the other day. Welcome, Steve. What's going on, everybody? All right. So this call, 0 to 1 million, is me documenting the journey of us starting our second location in Mesa, Arizona. And we are on, I think, week number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've done 11 weeks in the second location in business, and I'm going to show you guys our data. I'm going to show you guys how we're growing, what we're doing, and show you the big secrets. You guys ready for the big secret? You guys ready for the big secrets on how you grow $1 million business? Again. So if you guys are new to me, this is our second cleaning business, and our first one is in Montana, and we started that one in 2020, and we grew that to $1 million last year. Last year was the first year we broke 1 million. We did 1.1 last year, and this year we're gonna crush it. We're gonna crush what we did last year, and it's really cool to see, because the coolest part about it is that Katie and I are going to do absolutely nothing. I shouldn't say nothing, because we're obviously doing something, but we're not running anything for Bozeman. We've never done a single sale. We haven't hired a single person, not did a single team meeting. The only thing that we have done is we have just poured into the general manager, the person who actually runs the location. We do pour into her, so we actually do spend I won't say a lot of time, but I spend 1 hour a week with her, and Katie spends 1 hour a week with her, and then any sort of messaging. But that is our involvement in that first location. And that location, yeah, we'll see what it ends up doing. But as a prime example, for April of last year, the business did, I think, $70,000 in April of 2023, and then last month it did 120,000. Not too bad. It's best. That was our best month that we've had. So that was really cool. And then last May of 2023, that Bozeman location did like 80. I think it was the first month we actually hit 83. So I think it was like 85,000. And you guys will see this month what we're on track to do. But I'll show you guys in the vision meeting. So without further ado, let's dive into the Mesa vision sheet first. This is our second location, and then after that, I'll show you guys the first location and the numbers on that one. So, also, if you guys are new here, make sure how you get value from this is not just sit around with a bump on the log. You actually engage. You see people on here, like turn your cameras on so I can see you, I can talk to you, I can see your name. That helps you honestly pay more attention when I can look at you. Like Marie, I can see Marie, I can see Gabe, I can see Steve and Lori. Like when you are being seen, it makes you want to pay attention. So for you guys to have your cameras off, cool, it's fine. What's up, Renee Krause and Jose as well? That's okay, but you will get more value by actually just keeping your camera on. Okay. Also engaging in the chat, typing. So when I say things like that's cool, or if you see someone post a question in there, respond. Or if you're like new to the group, say what's up. Oh, Tech is on here. What's up, Tech? Tech is actually one of our clients down here. He's actually a friend of ours from a real estate community, but we actually clean his Airbnb down here. So what's up, Tech? Good to see you, my friend. All right. So that's how you get value from this, is you don't just sit behind the computer and like, let's hear this guy talk about growing a cleaning business, and maybe I'll grow my cleaning business big too. That's not how it works. There, you actually have to do things. You actually have to take action. But first action was that you guys getting on here. So congratulations for actually getting on here. Next action is to pay attention and to figure out how you're going to utilize this information and apply it to your business. Okay. So maybe you can do that on your own. Maybe you got to ask a question, and then you need help by either one of the other members on here, or maybe I can help you make the connection as well, like what you can do to help you grow your cleaning business, most importantly, because It don't freaking matter if I can have a couple $1 million cleaning businesses. It ain't gonna help you pay your bills. It ain't gonna help you eat sushi on Friday and Saturday night. Okay. What will help you eat sushi on Friday and Saturday, what will help you pay your bills is by you learning what I'm doing and be able to replicate and copy it. Because how many of you guys paid money to be on this call? Nobody. It's for free. Okay. It's for free. You're getting access to something for free. And not just something, but you literally the blueprint to grow a legit $1 million business. You can grow a cleaning business for less than $5,000 to $1 million in a year. Is that valuable? It's a pretty fucking damn good investment. From somebody who's invested literally millions of dollars into real estate, I've had $1 million in a bank account and put it into real estate. That's going to take a long time to get my money back. With a cleaning business, you can get that shit back in a month, 2, 3 at tops. And the fact that you can turn this into an actual asset that it runs, that you can run without you being run by it. There's not a lot of opportunities out there right now that you actually can do this. However, it doesn't come without challenges. There is so many freaking challenges in this business, and most people haven't solved them. That's why they still struggle. They beat their head against the wall over and over again. And so my goal is to show you how we're solving them so that you can also solve them as well. Every business has problems. Every business has challenges. You will never get something for nothing. So forget that even exists. If you're like, I just want to have a business that doesn't hurt my feelings every day, get out of fucking business. The definition of growing a big business is that it's going to hurt your feelings, but it's not the feelings that get hurt ever go down. It's just that your ability to weather the storm gets better. The problems only get bigger. Lori had this conversation. I'm going to use Lori as a good example, right? She made a post inside the big Facebook group where she had lost her best cleaner, turned out to be her only cleaner, right? And she made a good comment though. She was like, one of the things that helped me get through it is hearing your story, Logan and Katie, when you guys lost 4 cleaners in one day. That helped me get through this, right? And so, and then I followed back up with a couple months ago in Bozeman, we actually lost 9 cleaners in the span of 2 weeks. 9 cleaners, right? And so the bigger your business gets, the bigger problems you have. And when you solve those, you get bigger paychecks as well. And so are you willing to take the responsibility of getting bigger to get the big reward? And if you are not willing to take the bigger responsibility, take the bigger problems, then quit being a little bee and trying to expect bigger results, bigger outcomes, because you ain't gonna get it. There is no such thing as something for nothing. Like, you get big paychecks because you take bigger responsibility. You deal with bigger problems. That's it. You will not avoid problems. In fact, the path to getting a bigger business is to face more problems and face them faster and solve them quicker. That's it. Okay, let's get into this. So, week number 11 of Mesa 5-Star Vision. Just so you guys know, I think I've talked about this. We literally started this business for $4,900. $4,900. You guys are interested? I will share with you actually how we finance that to ourselves. I'll share that with you if you guys want to. But we literally started this business for less than $5,000, and we have been in the green. We've been profitable from day one. A lot of it because me and Katie are doing a lot of the freaking work. Okay? That's also how you stay profitable, is just do the freaking work yourself. You don't have money to pay people, then do the work yourself. Okay. Let's talk about last week. So week 513 of 519, week number 11, Mesa 5-Star Cleaning, job ticket hours. This was a PR. We had 115 job ticket hours. Pretty cool. The week before that, I'll make this bigger so you guys can see this. The week before that, we did 90. Average cleaner hours, our cleaners, we averaged 23 hours last week. Pretty dang good. Working up closer. Week before that was 18. We have 5 cleaners. 5 before that. Okay. So that's all the cleaner side of it. On the growth side, or on the client side of this, on monthly revenue right now, we're at almost $12,000, but this is pretty cool. This is something new that I put in here. Projected monthly revenue. Our projected monthly revenue right now is $20,000. So our as we sit right now, if we don't add any more cleans to the schedule, we'll do $20,000. But we're going to keep adding to the schedule because we don't have any room on the schedule this week, but next week we still have a few spots that this number will hopefully continue to go up. So not too bad. That's our first goal. So if you guys see this, our growth goal is $20,000. Our goal was to get to what we have defined as a stable cleaning business, which is $20,000. Okay. So hopefully we hit that next week. We'll hit our first metric of a stable cleaning business. Weekly revenue, $5,235. This is our best week. As you guys can see here, our goal was simply $3,025, and we crushed it. So 5,000 was the goal. Oh, these are not. Is that correct? Revenue per clean, weekly cleans. Yeah. Okay. Revenue per clean last week was 276. So as you guys can see here, the last couple of weeks actually we had very low revenue per claims, 164, 175, 161, and then this last week was 276. And so I had mentioned to you guys the reason that those weeks were so low is because we were just selling low cleans. We were selling $150 a la carte cleans as a way to fill the schedule to get people on the schedule. Like I was just trying to fill schedules. And then now that our schedule is full, we are now going away from that strategy and we're actually selling bigger cleans. Like last week, we actually sold a $950 clean. It was move-out clean. And then last week I had my biggest, so Kitty actually sold that. And then I think last week I sold an $800 deep clean as well. That wasn't on, it didn't show up here, but I'm just telling you, like, that's going to be for like next week, I believe is what it is. But now we will start to sell bigger cleans. And so different strategies, different times require for different strategies. So, I think sometimes people are like, I only sell big cleans. I only sell whatever. Like, I sell whatever the fuck I need to do in order to fill the fucking schedule. Like, quit being a little baby and be like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Like, screw your little limiting beliefs, your limits that you put on yourself. No. If you never been on a call before, I'm not yelling at you, I'm yelling at myself. These are conversations I have had to myself that I've stopped myself from doing something because I put a restriction on myself, which by the way, I actually did this in Mesa. Can I tell you guys a quick example of this? So if you think I'm yelling at you, like, please. I don't even know you. Right? Like, I'm yelling at myself. So when we first started this business, by the way, we should be way ahead where we are right now. The reason that we are not at 20,000 already is because these first couple of weeks, I decided not to market. I was like, I want to do this by referral only. I want to do door hangers. I'm going to do things I've never done before as a way to start a business without using the thing that I know for sure works. And I was on a call where I was paying the man $1,000 an hour, and he's like, Logan, you're fucking stupid. Do the thing that you know works, right? And so I was like, okay, I guess I'll start marketing. I'll start doing the thing that I know freaking works. And that's when our business started taking off. So our first 3 weeks are actually really slow because we were only going on referral. We were trying to do things, we were trying to do different things that we didn't know that worked. So that being said, do what it takes, right? Do what it takes. Quit putting restrictions on yourself. And I'm saying that to you as much as I'm saying it to myself. All right, so we keep going down here. So ZinMade, right now we're at $11,994. Collected in QuickBooks, we have $9,000. Okay, let me jump ahead. So last week's revenue last week's revenue was $5,000. Initial clean revenue is $2,875. Reoccurring revenue, $2,750. Look at that. How cool is that? So on a new business, the fact that our reoccurring revenue is starting to creep up, like, that's exciting. Does that excite you guys when you guys see reoccurring revenue pop up? Yeah. Mind you, this business is not even 3 months old. So, like, we don't have a ton of recurring revenue. And so if you look back at the week before, I told you like 850 was week before. 1,550 was week before. 900 the week before. So, like, when you're in a new business, 2,000, that's actually not a bad week. 525. So you see this number, it'll start to go up, right? And so that's what actually, that's why I started tracking that. But like, I like that this number is going up, 2,750, because we can sell. Like, I'll show you the data. We can sell, but if we can get people to stick, that's how you grow a cleaning business really fast. Is you sell people, and you do such a good job that they say, "Can I buy you again?" Yes, ma'am. When do you want to get on the schedule? Every 4 weeks, every 2 weeks, every week. You choose. Right? So this is exciting, right? Because like, this is fun. Like, it's fun to sell new people, like, new conversations, but this is what actually, like, will make you profitable. And this will make your business sustainable and actually makes your business valuable, is this number right here. So it's cool to see this number start to go up. Outstanding invoices. Yeah, we have 525 and 550. Um, yeah, these more than 7 days, there's like 3 people on here that I'm working on as we speak. Uh, 2 of them are in communication and one is not. So we'll see what happens. But let's talk about marketing. So marketing last week, Google Local Services. I actually turned Google Local Services down just because our cost per lead on Google Local Services was like astronomical in comparison to Facebook. So I turned it down. Facebook ad spend 47. Yeah, our Facebook stuff is bomb, man. And anyone who has the new Facebook ads in the Facebook ads course is like, shit freaking works, man. Works so good. So we got 43 Facebook leaks, 43 Facebook leads, Facebook Messengers 3, Facebook group. We actually had no Facebook group leads, 6 missed calls, 3 Google services, 3 homepage, incoming call leads is 6, and 9 referrals. So these referrals, I will share a little about these referrals. The reason why there's so many is actually made friends. Oh, this is okay. If you guys weren't on in the beginning, I told people how to get value from this call. I said, be in the chat, have your videos on, talk to your fellow cleaning business owners. I shouldn't think I said this actually, but make friends, right? Make friends. So I made friends with a cleaning business owner in this Facebook group who lived in Arizona before we started cleaning business in Arizona. Her business is actually bigger than mine. She's got a $2 billion cleaning business. And I made friends with her. I was like, you're cool. Like, you have a big cleaning business. Like, I understand what it takes to grow a business. So, like, the fact that you grew a business twice as big as mine, like, I respect you, right? And I gave her lots of love, lots of roses, created a relationship with her. And when we started this new cleaning business down here, she didn't look at me as a competitor. She looked at me as someone to collaborate with, and same with her. I was like, dude, like, I'll pass you clients, you pass me clients, right? And it just like happened to be very fortunate that like we actually serve different areas in the Phoenix market. Phoenix, by the way, is a huge market. There's 5 million people in this market. And she just happens to serve the west side, and I just happen to serve the east side. And so, yeah, she decided to pull completely out of the east side. And so she gave me a roster of her current clients. We put this together, by the way. This didn't happen on like a text message. Like we actually went through a couple conversations, and we ended up basically buying her clients from her, and we're giving her a kickback for those. And so that's where these 9 referrals, a majority of these 9 referrals came from was from them. And yeah, so having referrals is nice, right? But that's why this number is so high, because most of these are referrals from another cleaning business in this freaking group. So make friends. Cool. So that being said, we had 73 leads last week at $8 a lead. Sub $20 leads, you're doing good. Sub $10 leads, it's like, it feels like it's cheating. It feels like it's cheating. So anyway, let's move on to sales. So sales. Actually, before we move on to sales, if this is you guys' first time on this meeting, this sheet is called the vision sheet, okay? Me and Katie, we created the sheet it's been almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago in July, when our first cleaning business, we were stuck. We were freaking stuck. We couldn't get the freaking grow. And I was just like, I know how to get it to grow, but I can't communicate what I need to communicate to the team who actually could grow it. Because at that time, like I was not doing sales. I was not doing recruiting. I had zero operational influence on our first location. And so I had to communicate the importance of what we needed, the activities that we needed to do, but I couldn't do it myself. So I had to figure out a way how to incentivize them or get them to understand like what they needed to do. And so I created this vision sheet as a way to show the data and be able to make the connection of like, hey, if we just do this many sales calls, we hire this many cleaners, and we have this many cleans on schedule, and we average this dollar amount for revenue per clean, then our business is going to grow, right? And so 2 years ago, we created this vision sheet. Our business was doing about $35,000 a month, and a year later, July of last year was our biggest month. At that point, we did almost $100,000, right? And so like I owe a lot of that credit to this vision sheet, and so that's the reason I'm sharing with you guys as well, is so you guys can understand that numbers will grow your business, right? You just understanding how to math, like 2 plus 2 always equals 4. You just got to understand what the 2 plus 2 in your business is in order for it to get to whatever your outcome is, your goal is. Like our goal is $1 million. Maybe your goal is 500,000. Maybe your goal is 250,000. Maybe your goal is 750. I don't really give a shit what your goal is. I just want to show you the path that it takes, regardless if you're trying to grow a $2 million cleaning business or a $250,000 cleaning business. Like this is how you do it. You grow it with data. Okay. So if any of you guys do not have the vision sheet, it's in Masterclass 2.0, which is free. Every single person on here can get access to Masterclass 2.0. James, if you haven't already, please drop the link for Masterclass 2.0. Okay, it's for free. Okay, it's for free. It's for free. Just like this freaking call that you're on is for free. Okay, so the vision sheet, it will help you make really intelligent decisions. It'll make you look smart. So let's go into sales. Sales, one spot open. This is a problem, guys. I have one spot I can sell for this week, and I sold it this morning. It's gone. Okay, it's gone. So that actually is a problem, and I'll share with you as we get down into clients, or excuse me, to cleaners, how we're solving that problem. But it is a problem. So last week, my wife, Katie, who was actually the one who usually operates the business, was gone. She was on a freaking trail in South America called the Inca Trail on her way to hiking Machu Picchu, which if you guys don't know what that is, I didn't know what it was. It is a current the 7 wonders of the world. It's a new 7 wonders of the world. So in school, I learned the old 7 wonders of the world, like the pyramids and the Hanging Gardens of Babylon and the Colossus of Rhodes. You know, the guy's like the little dick, right? You guys remember that statue? It's like, whatever, right? Those are the old 7 wonders of the world. The new 7 wonders of the world, one of them is Machu Picchu. My wife was on the Inca Trail for 4 days. She hiked it. She was out of service, out of commish. And so me, the person who's never ran a cleaning business before this one, was the one who was in charge of everything. So that's why you see Katie on here as zeros, right? I'm making excuses for her. She didn't feel good. She didn't want to show up to work last week. Okay, she didn't have service. Whatever. All the excuses. My car's not working. Whatever. I showed up to work. So I made 129 calls. We had 16 answered calls, 16 missed calls. I had 18 quote calls scheduled, 14 showed. I performed 26. So again, I always got to explain this. The reason why these numbers might seem wonky is that what I'm tracking here is show rate. So quote calls scheduled and showed. I just want to make sure that people are showing up. So 18 out of 14, that's good. We don't have a show rate issue on calls. Quote calls performed, 26 is greater than 14 because although I talked to these 14 people, I also made 129 calls and I got on 12 more phone calls that were not scheduled. So I talked to 26 total people. Okay. I created 12 more appointments than that were on the schedule. I'm a creator. I'm a business owner. That's what business owners do. They create shit. Okay. Started something from zero and it'll go to $20,000 in less than 3 months. That's what business owners do. We create things. Okay. And out of those 26 people, 17 people bought. Okay. Not bad. It's okay. So out of those quote calls, we had $4,300 in new client revenue, and then conversion calls performed 5, conversion calls closed 4, $650. So I like this number. Converting people is the name of the game. Okay, so altogether we had 21 sales last week. That is those numbers right there are the numbers of $1 million business. If you can make 20 sales between initials and conversions every single week, you can grow your business to $1 million. Like I've seen it happen in my business. I see people who I'm working with in a one-on-one setting, which don't ask. Nobody else, like that is not a program anybody can do anymore. Like, don't even ask. But I have a few people who I have committed my soul to working with them, and they actually like are following through. So I will continue to work with them. But they'll grow $1 million businesses, and I see what their numbers are. This is what they are. Like, you gotta make about 20 sales a week. Okay. Client fulfillment, you had 19 total cleans, 14 recurring clients, 10 reoccurring clients. Okay, let me always just explain this. So type in the chat. So the guys who've been on here, like Marie has been on here. Who else has been on here? I'm trying to look through the chat here now. Renee and Bobby, Jose. You guys all been here. Like, please in the chat tell everybody there's between a reoccurring and a reoccurring client so I don't have to do it anymore. Okay, you guys help me out here. Very important, but also most people wouldn't know it unless you've been taught. So reoccurring versus reoccurring. Oh, by the way, Tech is on here. I told you about Tech. Tech is a friend. He's also a client we have down here. Tech is actually one of our reoccurring clients. So if you guys look at the definition, you're like, okay, Tech is a reoccurring client. What makes him a reoccurring client? Somebody in the chat, please explain why Tech is a reoccurring client. Okay, so out of those 19 cleans we did last week, we had 8 new clients. 7 of those were reoccurring, 4 were reoccurring, and then we had 6 new Google reviews this week. And we actually did have one discount clean. Actually, it was a correction clean. It wasn't a discount clean. So, all right. So that's client fulfillment. Cleaner acquisition. Last week we spent $315. I turned the ad spend up, turned it up, as you can see. James, I'm not sure if this website applicants is correct. Will you go double check it, James? Just double check that this is correct. Cleaner prospect calls. I had 7 cleaner interviews scheduled, 2, 1 interview showed, 1 offered, 1 accepted. And we actually did have somebody in training last week. And then they quit. As you guys can see here, Karen, she was done on 5/15/20, which was last Wednesday. So the person that we had, yeah, so I should actually put her back in here. Actually, I'm not gonna put her back in here because she didn't make it, but we had somebody in training and they quit on Wednesday, which was great. Super exciting. But with that being said, we have 2 girls starting today. They actually showed up today, and they're getting trained by Katie. And originally on last week's call, I actually had them split up between 2 other trainers. So I had them split up. Thank you, James. See, this is why James is amazing. Will you guys give James some love? Like, he just went and made this number right. So having good people like James on your team is what makes these things happen. Like, as much as I try to maybe put the face on that, I do lots of things I really do as little as possible. I just try to find really good humans who are what I call stars, right? And I will share this with you. What are, like, how we actually define a star. And I think this is actually really, I think it's really cool. And the people who get it will get it, and people who won't will just be like, I guess I don't get it. Okay, but I'll define star later. But you want stars in your team. How you grow a big business is you have stars. Okay. And I can define stars. We actually can put it to, like, reaction, what you're looking for. You can see behaviors, and then you'll know what outcome that you're going to get from a star. So that being said, we got 2 people starting this week. We hope to turn them into stars, right? We hope they're stars. They're getting trained by Katie, and the reason that Katie's training them rather than our other 2 trainers or other 2 cleaners that we have that we actually originally had them on is because we honestly just need Katie to clean. And so I was like, well, if Katie's going to clean, then I'm going to have her train at the same time, right? So, you know, I'm using the best I have. Like, if I have a Katie who's going to be in the field, then God damn it, I'm going to put the best trainer's going to get the best is going to get the person who's going to get the new trainees. Like, I'm not here to be fair. I'm not here to, like, make it so it feels good. I'm here to win. I want to win. I win by doing what's required and, like, putting the best player on the team. Like, I think coming from a sports background has been helpful for me because, like, at the end of the day, like, if you suck, if you're not a good basketball player, you're not going to get on the court. If you're not a good football player, you're not going to get on the court. If you're not a good baseball player, you're not going to get on the freaking field. It's really that simple. It is that simple. Like, you don't have a LeBron James, you put him on the bench because, you know what? The other players don't think it's fair that they're not getting as much playing time. I'm not trying to be fair. I'm trying to win. The best players win, right? And so Katie is the best player. Like, I want her to have the reps at training new people. That's it. Really simple. And so she had to clean this week. So I decided to change it and put her as the trainer rather than the other 2 girls who are not as good trainers as she is. Like, they're not as bought in, they're not as convicted as her because no one's going to be as convicted as Katie. So hopefully that's helpful for you guys. All right, I got to change this. This is not correct. So 525. Okay, so Google reviews. We have 53 Google reviews. We just broke 50. I'm like, that is pretty cool. It took us way longer in the first location, the second location. Like, we're 11 weeks in, we have 53 reviews. And it's not slowing down. So it's really cool to see. As far as cleans, you can see last week Katie had 0 cleans, and then we had 2 girls over. We had three girls over 30 hours, which is awesome. And then Chinese. Okay, so if you guys have been on here for at least the last 3 weeks, she's actually not a trainee. She was somebody who made it through training, and then we found out that she was allergic to dirt. Really dust, to be completely fair. So we had a cleaner who like, she's allergic to dust. Like, she got an allergic reaction. She had to go to the doctor, and she was like, hey guys, like, I really love you guys. I really like you, but I can't risk not being reliable for you guys if I'm going to break out every time I go to a clean. And so on Wednesday, when this girl quit right here, Thursday and Friday we had a bunch of big cleans. I was like, shit. Right. Katie's gone. We have a contractor, Navy, right here, who we use sometimes too. She's out of town. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I've never cleaned a house in my entire life. And in all fairness, like I was stacked full of appointments, and so I called up Shy, which we call her Chinese. I was like, hey, you want to work Thursday, Friday? And she agreed. And so hired her back for 2 days. She worked for 2 days, and she brought herself back again this morning because she actually started to break out, like she started to get allergic to it again. So I was like, thank you so much for helping out, but yeah, we can't have you, um, be allergic to dirt. So anyway, we figured it out. So she helped out on Thursday and Friday. So yeah, so that's what ended up happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, so our cleaner average hour is 23, and really was like we take Katie out of there, like the girls average over 30 hours. So pretty awesome. These girls both got tier 3. They got the higher commissions. They were jacked about that this morning. Super cool to see. Revenue per clean, yeah. Like right now we're charging $50 an hour. So the fact it's at 45, that's totally fine. We had a correction clean last week, Jerry Parker. It's actually being fixed on Wednesday. Not necessarily a big deal. We actually used this as a great opportunity this morning. We shared it at the team meeting. And yeah, we just use it as a training example. I actually didn't call out any of the cleaners. I just said, here's what happens. Here's how correction cleans work. Like, it wasn't a big deal. No cancel recurring clients. We gave 2 cleaning vouchers, and I gave 1 discount last week. That was it. And I'll be completely fair with you on this discount. I absolutely didn't have to. She didn't want to. She just was. I was like, I just want to get right by you. Like she had she never you guys ever had the client who just like they just want a discount? Like you can just tell like they're just like looking for reasons. They just like they're fucking cheap. They literally value money over relationships. That's really what it is. They value money over relationships. I'm not friends with those other people. Clearly, like if you value money over a person, like you're stupid. You really are. You're ignorant. You don't understand how money works. Because like money is just the extension of a person. You dummy. It's actually so silly. Like, you only get money from people. So the fact that you like burn bridges with people is like actually the silly thing. Like it's why poor people will stay poor. It's because they actually don't understand how money works. The money comes from another person. It's like if you're gonna burn a relationship to get money, like it's very silly. So let's go back. Let's go back to Nicole. So talking to Nicole, she's not that type of person at all, right? It was just a bad communication. Like she had a big home. The cleaner who quit was supposed to show up to that clean, and so it was supposed to be 2 people there. The one cleaner, she stayed for 8 hours. She was there for all day. She was there from 9 o'clock to 5:30. Like she was a trooper, right? And this was a big house, and she ended up cleaning some things that Nicole didn't want cleaned. But she wasn't like super unhappy. Just like she was just upset that she was there for so long. And I was like, dude, this girl's like detailed cleaner. Like she's like one of our highest rated cleaners. Like people love her. And yeah, she wasn't. She was just upset that she would clean things that she didn't want cleaned, and she was just there for too long. I was like, you know what? I'm taking responsibility, Nicole. That's my bad. She's like, no, I'll pay the full thing. I was like, no, Nicole. Like Lindsay will get paid the same. I'm gonna give you the discount, and that's it, right? Like this is on me. I'm showing the responsibility by I'm giving you the discount. Like Lindsay's still gonna get paid the same. I'm gonna take responsibility. She sent me a referral today, and I'm getting on a phone call with her right after this. So I do have to get off right after this call because I have a referral who this lady gave to me. She needs to clean by Thursday. There you go. So again, back to what do you value? Do you value money or do you value relationships? I just want to do right by this girl. Like I really wanted to serve her. I really want to make her happy. Right? She gave me a referral. So I just think that sometimes if you just play a longer game, business is less difficult rather than like trying to win all these little freaking battles and like trying to be right. Like, I think that's the biggest problem with self-employed people is that your ego gets in the way. You try to be right all the time. You need to be right by yourself. That's why salespeople stay small, is because they can't play nice with others. Because they're so concerned about their own freaking problems, their own situation, that they actually don't think about other people. And they honestly value they value things over relationships. Really, like relationships are the thing. Like relationships over everything. People will get you what you want, including money. Okay? So that's Mesa 5-star. Hopefully you guys got value from that. 11 weeks in, we're on track to do $20,000 in our third month, which would be stabilization number 1, and then I'll share with you guys what goal number 2 is. Okay?